Alright guys, welcome to my office, and welcome to Storytime. The first ever episode of Storytime on my YouTube channel. And unfortunately, it's going to be a bad or negative Storytime episode for you guys today because I am calling out two companies in the automotive industry that I do not want anyone else to have to deal with after the experience that I had with them. These two companies are actually related to the same thing that I was trying to get for my 458, the Sketchy style hood. So ever since seeing TJ Hunt's Sketchy hood that he put on his 458 GT3 build, I knew that I had to have the same hood on the Challenge Evo version of my car because there's no denying it, it does look absolutely awesome, much better than the OEM, and I'm glad that I went that route. But it was pretty hard, I guess, to find a legit hood. The thing is with a Sketchy hood, it's for a 458 Sketchy, right? It's not meant for a standard 458. So the only real way to get one that's actually properly gonna fit the car is by getting one that's manufactured from a company that's not Ferrari. So there are a couple manufacturers that do this and then a couple other manufacturers that kind of copy those manufacturers and they try to make their own. The latter there, that's the first hood that I bought from that company. In my search for this Sketchy hood, I would always look on eBay because that's where you do find a lot of the parts that you need for these types of builds. Believe it or not, eBay is definitely a really good source for all this stuff. So I did find that Limbotics, this eBay store, they're based out of Florida somewhere. They had a Sketchy hood for pretty cheap. And it was listed as new, as you'll see in this screenshot of the listing that I have right here. You can see clearly that it says new in the title, right? Now in the description of the item, and this is the argument that Limbotics would make, it says that it would need some bodywork, some adjustments to make it look right on the car, which I was totally expecting that, that's why I had it at California Motorsports, a very experienced body shop that can make pretty much anything look proper on a car. So I went ahead and purchased the hood because the price was definitely really good, but I guess you do get what you pay for, guys. So I shipped the hood to myself here at my house because I was doing the test fitting myself on the build. Just watch my Challenge Evo build series here on the channel if you have not already. And immediately upon receiving the hood here in my garage and opening the box, I knew that something was wrong because it was so heavy. It was literally like 3 times heavier than the OEM hood that I have. Now granted, I did know that this hood was made of fiberglass as all the manufactured hoods are, compared to the aluminum that the OEM Ferrari made hood is. So I knew that there could be like a little bit of a difference in weight, but this was like 3 times as much. Not acceptable. I am doing this build to save weight, to make it a race car build, right? So this was totally against like the whole goal of this build. Adding that much weight would be completely pointless. So anyway, I still tried to test fit it, and then I took it to California Motorsports for them to test fit it, and it was bad. It was not good whatsoever. It was actually so thick. They made it so thick that it would hit the bottom or the top of the storage tub that the hood encloses. So obviously, if it hits the top of that tub, it's not gonna close right because they made the inside of it so thick that it would just hit the tub and not close properly on the car. So that was a major issue, right? But that was not the end of it. Just the quality of the hood itself, it was in horrible shape. There was Bondo everywhere. You could see like all of the edges, as you'll see in these pictures. Edges were like totally not even like molded properly. I think it would literally be like a couple days of work for the body guys at California Motorsports to get that hood looking like anywhere near presentable, honestly. And then you'll see here in this picture, like the way that they made the mesh grill holes, that wasn't even cut out properly. It was in brutal shape, and that is definitely not what I thought I paid for. So anyway, overall, my argument is what they presented in the eBay listing was not accurate with what I received, and I think you guys will agree with these photos that you have seen. So anyway, that happens. You receive a product and, you might not be completely happy with it, and, you might have tested it out, seen if it's gonna fit or not, and if it doesn't work, well, you just can't use it and you wanna return it, right, for a full refund. Yeah, that's the way the world works, right, in a normal world. Not with these guys. So I contacted them, I sent them all the photos that you're seeing now, and you know, I was really cordial. I said, you know, this is not gonna work out for me. I just need to return it. I'll pay the shipping cost back to you guys. So I sent that message fully expecting for them to be, okay, no problem, just return it to us. You pay the shipping and it's all good. It's like nothing ever happened, right? They received back their item. I pay the shipping cost back to them and everything is fine in the world, right? That's how it should be. Basically, I send them that message and then they respond with this message. And as you'll see here, they do not want to refund me the full amount that I paid, even though I am shipping it back to them on my own dime. And since they listed this item as free shipping, which was free when they initially sent it to me, now that I'm returning it back to them, they're charging me for that cost as well. So it wasn't really free shipping in the first place, right? So this is just an insane situation. This is not how you guys should do business, Limbotics. I'm calling you guys out right now. First company that I've ever called out on my YouTube channel, and well, there it is. So yeah, if you're ever on eBay and you come across this company called Limbotics, steer clear. That's my advice, just steer clear. So with that hood being completely useless to me, great job guys, I had to search for another hood. And I came across a company online called hardparkpro.com. I had never heard of this particular company before, but I checked their Instagram and they seemed like, you know, they have some kind of presence, so I guess they're somewhat legit. But I had never heard of them, and they have lots of products for sale on their website. Apparently they have partnerships with companies, legit companies. So I decided to bite the bullet and try out purchasing a carbon fiber version of the Specialty hood from them. It was definitely more expensive, but it would have been a lot easier on the body shop guys, because since it's carbon fiber, it already comes fully clear coated and it would be ready for the wrap and all that. So I got pretty sold on buying that, and I did purchase it. Now, I was in a time crunch at this time and I needed to have the hood into the shop at California Motorsports by a specific date. And I was really worried that I would not receive the hood on time by when California Motorsports needed it. With that in mind, I called Hard Park Pro on the way back home from California Motorsports one day. And I talked to a gentleman on the phone and I placed an order with him because I was in a big rush. I needed to get that order placed super fast so they could start processing that and get it shipped to me ASAP. And when I placed that order, he told me that it would take 5 to 7 business days for me to receive the hood, but he could not make any kind of guarantees, which worried me a little bit, but I just placed the order anyway. He didn't tell me anything else in terms of their return policy or any other types of policies. Now the term special order in this case is going to be very important when you guys read this company's return policy. Anyway, the guy never told me that it was a special order item because we agreed that it was not over the phone. And it was obviously not a special order item because it was in stock and they were able to ship it, like, you know, he told me the next day. And on their website, it showed it as in stock. Special order items are obviously items that they have to order, which the manufacturer has to create or produce, and it takes, you know, weeks on weeks for them to produce it and order it for this Hard Park Pro company. That's what a special order item is, right? Anyway, so I placed the order and then, you know, I went home, and then the next day I was getting very worried about getting the hood in time. And in that 24-hour time span, I had found another company, a very reputable company that had a manufactured version of the Specialty hood in fiberglass, but an actual real one. They're one of the leading manufacturers that does these reproduced parts from Ferrari. So not only was this other company able to guarantee me a delivery date, which absolutely reassured me, they also were able to weigh the hood in comparison to the OEM 458 hood, because I wanted to make sure that their hood was not the same as this first one that I bought from Limbotics. And they weighed it for me, and it was actually the same weight as the OEM hood, which is, you know, awesome. That's what I need. So I just went ahead and ordered it because I needed it fast. And then my next call after that was to Hard Park Pro to cancel my order with them because they could not guarantee any type of delivery date. Even though they told me 5 to 7 days, they could not make any type of guarantee at all. This was less than 24 hours after I initially placed the order over the phone with Hard Park Pro for their carbon fiber hood. So obviously I needed to go ahead and cancel the order that I had placed with them the day before. So I went on their website and I reached out to them. I had a chat with one of the representatives, And it's at this time where I got so surprised. I was just absolutely astounded. I caught them in a big lie. If companies are gonna do this shady stuff, like, they're gonna get called out, and that's what I'm doing here. Hopefully, this will save you guys some pain in the future. Basically, I told them in a nutshell, since you guys can't guarantee an absolute delivery date, I need to cancel the order because I'm on a big time crunch, right? Keep in mind, this is less than 24 hours. They have not shipped it out at all. They're still processing the order. They have not shipped it out at all, or they would have given me some kind of shipment information. So I know that nothing has happened on their end. Canceling an order at this time and refunding me in full, because I did pay in full on the phone, would be totally normal, right? Like, no big deal. Just like it's, you know, you had a sale, but now you don't have a sale, but nobody's hurt and we're all good, right? You know, I'm sorry for wasting your time for 5 minutes on the phone, but you know, sometimes these things happen. So as soon as I told them that I needed to cancel the order, they told me they would gladly refund me, except they would take a 25% restocking fee, which when you pay $4,500 for a hood, 25%, that's a lot of money. That's over $1,000. So I'm not gonna give you $1,000 for free. So anyway, that's not, the money thing isn't like the big deal out of it. This has to do with business practices, not being shady, having good ethics. This is what this is about. That's why I mentioned the special order thing before. That's when they brought that argument out to me, because as you'll see here in their website return policy, they have a special note for special order items. It says all special order items cannot be refunded in full. They will have a 25% restocking fee, which actually does, you know, I'm not mad about that. Actually, that's a fair policy. If you place an order with a company and that company has to actually produce that order just for you and they ship it to you and you don't like it and you return it, well, they made it for you, so at least, you know, they should take something, right? I'm not mad about that part. I'm mad about this company telling me that this item is special order in the first place after I have obviously confirmed that it's not special order. They're about to ship it to me. It's in stock on the website. Like, they're just trying to screw me out of like $1,000 plus. It's just insane what this company tried to do to me, and good thing I paid with American Express because they were not going to refund me the money in full. So now that I'm filming this, I have filed a dispute and won the dispute, of course, and I have received my $4,500 back in full, thanks to American Express. Big lesson to learn here, guys, is if you ever think you're dealing with a possibly shady company, maybe you've never heard of them, maybe you've heard bad things, but you really want something from their site, definitely pay with American Express if you have that card, because they're really, really good with disputes and getting your money back. They really have your back when it comes to that stuff. So I'm really glad that I did that, because if I did not, I think I would totally be out $1,000 plus right now for nothing. So yeah, Hard Park Pro, I'm calling you guys out. Not cool at all. Guys, don't do business with this company. They're not worth it. If they're doing this to me, like, they're gonna do that to other people. It was just so sad to see them try to pull that on me, because I totally caught them in a lie. They obviously lied about this being special order, just trying to get $1,000 from me. It's just pretty sad, honestly, that businesses are doing this. And yeah, everything I said in these callouts is 100% accurate and fair. I do have proof of everything. I'm happy to say that that case has been resolved. I did receive all of my money back thanks to American Express. And as for Lombotics, I'm gonna lose a lot of money on that. I don't think I can get the rest back, and I'm just not gonna deal with that company anymore. So I'm just gonna ship it back to them, and hopefully they refund me what they say they're gonna refund me. I'm pretty much done with dealing with that stuff. It's just kind of sad that there's companies out there doing this. It's just so lame. I operate my own business, an e-commerce business, a retail business where I deal with customers every single day, and I cannot imagine treating my customers in the way that I've been treated from these two other companies. It's just so messed up. Like, how can you run a business like that? And there's like other companies in the automotive industry, like, you'll be surprised. There's big time wheel companies that are just so, like, I don't even know how they're in business still. Like, I think I'll shut up now before I go on on even a bigger rant than I already have. So that's story time for this episode, call out edition. Hopefully I don't have to do more of those in the near future. Because as much as you might think I enjoy doing this, I actually really don't. And obviously going through all the hassle of dealing with this stuff and the credit card calls, and it's just a waste of time, honestly. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'll catch you guys very soon. Let me know again if you guys have any ideas for the channel at all. I can use any suggestions that you guys throw at me. So until the next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you very soon. Deuces!